It's not recording for some reason. Okay, here we go. So the entire country is watching the Olympics. And I've done a little research on this. What is his name, Cammy? Steven Nuttaruskik. You know, he does the pommel horse. He's like the pommel horse guy.
Is he on he's on the USA team?
He is. Okay. He is. You know, and everyone's infatuated with him. USA. He has, let me see if I can get this. He has strabismus. It's
should have probably looked up that pronunciation.
I know, exactly. I looked up Steven Nuttaruskik. He's cross-eyed, which means one eye always faces inward, but he can choose which one's his dominant eye. You know, so it's crazy. But, you know, the kid's amazing. He's a meme now. There was a countdown to his event, but here we are. Welcome to the Brothers Camper.
Hello.
Yes, we are. My name is Eric. This is my brother Darren, my now employed younger brother Darren.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, exactly. And he's my co-host, or am I the co-host?
You're both co-hosts.
I can't really decide how that is.
This is the end of our show right here.
And
right here.
And the wonderful Cameron Camper on the board, the console, the interface, and the whatever the shiny light thingy is. It's not the ones and twos.
No.
It's something like that. I'm not really sure.
Cameron, could you?
Hi.
Yeah, there she is.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like but back to the Olympics.
Yes. Oh, if anybody knows anything about the Brothers Camper or me and Eric, is that we are Olympics aficionados.
We are allowed to actually say the word Olympics on this podcast.
Yeah, you could say that here. Yeah,
it's true.
Say whatever you want.
Pretty sure.
We don't hold anything back.
But yeah, this Steven Nuttaruskik. So Steven Nuttaruskik. Am I got it right?
I'm expecting lawyers to come in and say you didn't get the name right.
He's crazy. He's got this event down. He only does that.
Yes.
Okay. He single-handedly got the U.S. team the bronze the other night with his, what was it, 14.8?
Something like that. It was the first time they got a medal in 16 years
something like
for
that.
the men's team.
Exactly.
Oh wow. Okay.
Speaking of gymnastics, women's team just won the team gold medal.
Today,
Simon Biles. Yeah.
That's the wrong button.
Hey, you got it. Hey, you did good. At least you didn't turn everything off.
That's right. Oh man,
that's right. Because Simon is it Bialis or
Simone
Biles.
Yes.
So she is the most decorated gymnast of all time.
Yes.
That is amazing. Good for her. That's awesome.
Yeah. Her
hard work.
Vault today was pretty badass. whatever difficulty. You know how they rate everything on or score everything on difficulties, and some of her things that she does, her difficulty scores are already several points above everyone else's.
Just because of her sheer skill.
Yeah. So she's going to get a 14 or whatever. And if they do everything perfectly, they're going to get like a 12.
Like a 13.
A 13 or something like that because their difficulty is like a 3.
That sounds a little...
Probably I think hers are more often than 6. Her toughest one was 6.4.
I saw 6.2 today.
And most people are 4 to 3, 4, 5 range.
Okay.
What kind of points do you get for rolling an ankle? Because God damn it, I'd be good at that.
You probably
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, there's got to be a point system somewhere.
Have you seen? It's an older clip. I showed it to you last night. We were sitting on the couch. It's I don't know. It looks like it's the 80s, and he's running up to and he jumps on the little vault thing, and he just fucking chest plants it. I don't know if something breaks.
Yeah.
Like he is.
Yeah.
He's down.
Yeah, and
Man down.
Man down, yeah. I have broken every goddamn rib. And, I do remember seeing that, and it was so No, that was real. No, he really... That wasn't made up.
Okay, so there are two things. There is the one where he hits the vault. Yeah. He hits the vault straight on. It looks like a pommel horse, but I don't know what it's called. Okay. He hits it straight on. He's down.
Right.
But there's the other one where he hits it, and he launches himself 100 feet into the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's fake.
Well, fucking AI could do anything nowadays. You can't believe nothing.
Exactly. Simone Biles, a lot of the skills she does are her own name. She submits these skills. So basically what the thing is, there are certain skills that you can do, but if no one's ever done them at an international competition, whoever did it first and lands it gets to name it. And so she has I think 6 or 7 just named after her, and she has the hardest vault of all time, and it's
crazy.
Literally called the Biles 2.
Oh, well, I've got I've got plenty of moves. You ever try to shove a ton of tater tots in your mouth before you get home so your wife doesn't find out because she made dinner?
Yeah. The camper 2.0.
Yeah, there you go. I've done it. Yeah,
we just did it before this podcast.
Yeah, I did.
We had dinner tonight, and Darren brought over Arena's.
I did.
Arena's Deli.
Yeah, shout out to Arena's, one of my favorite places.
Ramsey. We love our Ramsey.
Got the beard. Can we talk about his beard a little bit?
I was trying
to get it out. I had a mouthful of Propel water,
and
it came through.
Again, sponsored by.
It's not sponsored. So anyway, Ramsey's
like
beard.
You said a mouthful of beer.
Right.
And I was
Do you think there's like another Ramsey? Like a smaller Ramsey?
There's another
like
Ramsey
a smaller Ramsey that's under the beard?
You mean like
he's like, hey guys, I've got some sandwiches in this beard. And if you spend $100, you get $10 back. Here's your tiny little mini card. And then that person has another tiny Ramsey.
he's in there somewhere.
He's under it. And we can't make my voice
go lower. There we go. I'm back. So anyway, I was so excited about using that button.
There was not a single little section where he was like, yeah, turn it back off. I was just like letting you keep rolling with it.
Oh, yeah.
But
right. We got to work on the hand signals.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. Okay.
Cameron has handwritten us a nice little cheat sheet for our board here. You know, so if I were to say, oh man, dumb joke, she's going to throw up at number 5. There we go. See, we're getting there. We're getting there. So anyway, hey guys, welcome to the Brothers Camper. We are here. It is Tuesday,
July
30th.
Yep.
July 30th. So I think we're gonna. This is guys. We've done hours, painstakingly hours of recording. I think this might be the first podcast that we actually upload. But
this is it.
Speaking of podcast, we wouldn't be here today if we. I love listening to podcasts on the way. You know, back and forth to work, and Kristen listens. I think it's My Favorite Murder is the one she listens to, and you know they talk about she has another ghost story one too, but I think My Favorite Murder is the one where at the end of it, they do what's called a palate cleansing. So they talk about something pretty gruesome, you know, a murder or whatever,
right?
And whatever it may be. And at the end, they talk about something fun. So that's one of her favorites. One of my favorites is Smartless. Absolutely. You know, who doesn't love some Jason Bateman?
Oh, Jason Bateman.
Yes.
We've got Will Arnett
And
the guy from
Sean Hayes.
Sean Hayes. Yeah,
Just Jack. That's one I look forward to every week. And they do live shows. I like their recorded ones better, you know, and things like that.
I say my favorite podcast is Time Suck with Dan Cummins.
Absolutely, Dan Cummins. We saw him in concert.
So jealous
Okay,
that was great. Dan and Lisa went with us up to Philly.
Oh yeah.
Yes. You know what? I tell you what, we're gonna come back to that.
Yeah, that's another episode.
We gotta figure out how to tell that story
Legally?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, but in PG, I'm not sure.
Somehow. Yeah.
PG. And it's not Eric's fault he got involved in trafficking. Okay.
No, exactly. Good God. You know, so, but, there we go. Yes. Another one of my favorite podcasts is Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. I know. Wait for laughter. Yes. Giggle. If you don't know who, if you have to look it up, Michael Rosenbaum.
Don't look at me when you say it.
Exactly. I can't do it. Inside of
No. You ever try to yell out a memory? Nah. Let's get it out. It's not a memory, by the way.
Oh,
it's not a memory.
Let's go back to that.
Anyway, back to Ramsey's beard.
Yes. I won't say inside of you. I'll look at my computer inside of you. Michael Rosenbaum, he played in a show called Smallville. Hit TV series Smallville, starring himself and Tom Welling.
There are so many
plays a young
opportunities
Clark
for
Kent.
the applause
I
today.
agree, absolutely. And he plays Lex Luthor.
Fantastically.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, I know exactly.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
and people go, oh my God, you know, who's the best? Who's played the best Superman? Who's played the best Lex Luthor? I mean, you know, you had Gene Hackman. You know, great Lex Luthor. You have, what's his name?
Kevin Spacey.
Well, okay, Kevin Spacey in one movie. The guy from Facebook, not the Facebook movie.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Fabulous.
The best movie of all time, The Social Network with Andrew Garfield and
movie.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yes. Spider-Man and Lex Luthor in the same movie.
Same one.
Even though they didn't know it. But the Inside of You podcast he talks about mental health a lot. And he has mental health is talking about it and experiencing it as part of his past, his present, and his future. All the guests he have a real passion for it as well. And they just talk about everything. He usually has actors on and musicians and whatever. And whoever he has on, you're just like, you learn that one thing. You're like, oh my God, that's so cool.
A fun fact.
Yes.
Something you never knew.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that one. And then, of course, they have one called Talkville, which they only talk about Smallville. So if you don't watch Smallville, you would not enjoy it. But the Inside of You one and the Smart List, that's two of my favorites right there. Right. And then I listen to a bunch of beer ones too here and there because that's part of what I do.
Well, I got to give a shout out to the last podcast on the left. I think that's like 4 or 5 people, but they do all ghost stories, and there's a big comedic value to it. And these guys are just they're close to us as far as like comedic level. They're going to get there, but you should definitely look them up. They're a top-notch group of people. They do, their show is extremely popular. Not to mention 2 Bears, 1 Cave.
Oh.
2 Bears, 1 Cave. Those guys. It's just basically Bert Kreischer laughing the entire time, and Tom Segura can't even get through the Kool-Aid episode.
The episode with the Kool-Aid?
Yeah. He's like, you're
when
a grown
he found out that he was drinking, he's like, what? So, you have Kool-Aid in there? So if you can't see it because we don't have video yet, but if you haven't seen that podcast episode, there's 2 growlers, I'm going to call them.
Large.
They're half gallons. He might have gallon jugs. I'm not sure, but I think they're half gallons. And he drinks like 2 a day. And he's like, I drink 2 a day. And he's like, so hold on. He's like, you drink a gallon of Kool-Aid a day? He's like, why not make it with water? I'm like, Jesus, there's so much sugar. There's so much sugar.
The way he's describing when he was like, other people are looking at you going, good for that guy.
That's right.
He drinks a lot of water.
Absolutely. Oh my God. But so we any other podcasts you like, Cameron? Would you have a favorite?
Yes, I love the Tripod, the Try Guys podcast.
Oh God, yes,
it's fantastic. I also
Try Guys,
love
they're good.
The Guilty Pleasures podcast, which is a subgenre of the Try Guys podcast, where one of the Try Guys members and 2 of his friends will review guilty pleasure movies that they all watch. Mm-hmm. Shrek being a very popular choice, and they also have an entire segment of the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh, well, hold on. They do? The Try Guys do? Or
they watched all the movies and they talk about it on the thing. And they got to interview the guys from Fast and Furious. And they surprised one of their friends doing it. And that was so cool.
Those guys?
Those guys loving Fast and Furious.
Zach Kornfeld is the biggest Vin Diesel fan.
It's about family. So.
Absolutely.
He is 100% about family. Yeah. They have Try Guys merch with Familia on it.
See, I didn't even know they did a podcast.
I think it's his birthday today. And he's premiering his short film about chronic pain at a festival.
Well, shout out, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Where is it?
Zach Kornfeld.
Absolutely. We promised we'll come up with, we got to have I wish that button could do you could hit it and then pick another laugh track. Hit that button.
Right.
And then it'll come up with 4 that you pick from. But, we're on a limited budget here of $75,000.
Yeah, exactly. That's all we're putting into this.
Okay, so we got to talk about it real quick because, and we'll be quick with this. This is our movie segment. The hero intro, please. There we go. Absolutely. So this is not the theme to Deadpool to Wolverine, but no, we went and saw it the other night.
We can't afford that.
No, absolutely not. And I gotta say, we did come up with some people. Oh, so back to the on the Talkville, they have when they watch one of their episodes, they have a rating system, and I think it's Rosie's for Rosenbaum. They give it 4 roses, 3 roses. So. Ours is Brothers Camper.
Yeah.
Give it 1 Brothers Camper, 2 Brothers Camper.
All the way up to
Brothers
5.
Campers.
Brothers Campers, I'm sorry.
Oh. It's plural. Come on now.
Oh, yeah. Good God. You need the apostrophe, right?
I believe she does.
Okay, gotcha. All right, yeah.
That's right.
Is there a button for that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Probably no.
Make sure you get that.
I got to say,
Right.
4 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5. I mean, it checked all the boxes I had.
I like to judge movies based on how many times I would rewatch them and find new things that I didn't see before.
Oh, and we should say, because it's been out a week now.
Right.
Spoiler alert.
By the time you hear this, it will be December 2029.
Exactly.
By the time we get all
your
these things
TikTok
done.
will probably have spoiled everything for you.
100%.
already.
So what we're going to talk about here is on the Deadpool Wolverine is it's spoiler alert again. Maybe we'll have a button for that as well. But we'll just talk about the intro. We don't yet. Yeah. So Cameron's taking a drink. So she, as our lovely producer, has muted her mic to take her drink, so she doesn't.
And if you don't think we did not practice this,
yeah, exactly.
Several days ago.
The intro with him dancing to Bye 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 with NSYNC and JT and his soft rhythms.
Yes. Perfectly synced.
Amazing.
Perfectly synced. Yeah. I mean, just all the movement. I mean, God, everything. I mean, he nailed it.
Yeah.
The whole intro.
He goes into the future.
He didn't perform it.
He did not.
Correct.
Yes, we did look that up.
Said actor.
Nick Pauli, I'm pretty sure.
Nick Pauli is his stunt double.
It's his dance double.
His dance. Oh, his dance.
Oh wait, no, it might be his stunt double.
I wonder if he has two different people.
He might.
And
I know he.
I mean, there's two different skills right there.
Right.
I think he does most of his own stunts.
Okay.
I believe.
See, I can't do I can dance very, very well,
We all
but
know
I
that.
can't do stunts.
No,
You know,
not.
so I'm not. I can't do everything.
You're very fragile.
Well, thank you. So he basically travels into the future to find Logan's grave, dig him up. He's thinking I don't know what he's thinking he could do, but it's just bones. Well, it's not bones. It's his skeleton. It's adamantium skeleton. Mm-hmm. So he rips it apart and he basically just annihilates this TVA group with it. If you don't know what the TVA is, watch Loki. Time variance authority. I think it is, or something like
Agency.
that. It's definitely Time Variance Authority. So anyway, we won't go into that. You just got to watch it. So he just ransacks these guys with Wolverine's claws. I mean, it is Deadpool style.
Not just the claws. Skeleton.
The skeleton. You're right. Yes.
Ribs.
He uses.
If I could throw some medical terminology, I think he threw a talus. If anyone knows what a talus is,
that's the first thing he did. I think he ripped off a talus, maybe.
Yeah, it could be.
And threw it at the guy right into his skull.
Throwing some phalanges around.
There you go.
Who doesn't have a love of good phalanges?
I've seen bones.
She's like, Oh, speaking of bones, that's a great segue. We didn't even mean to do that, but. Kid Pool and Baby Pool are in it, and that's both of his kids. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. I forgot. Blake Lively was Lady Deadpool.
Inez is Kid Pool, which is his daughter.
Okay.
And I think Alin is the name, and I think
it is
Baby
that.
Pool.
Yeah, I do remember it being like, I don't think I've ever seen that name before.
Most of his kids are Taylor Swift songs.
Oh, well, there you go. But he makes a joke about how the human body has 206 bones, but he has 207 bones when he watches Gossip Girl.
Yeah,
and that's funny because bad Deadpool, but because his wife's in that show. So, all the cameos. Okay, we'll get to those in a minute. Mm-hmm. But all the different iterations of Wolverine. What was your favorite?
My favorite? Mm-hmm. Man, I mean, if I had to, I really hear me out. Tiny Wolverine was hilarious in the bar.
I agree.
And by the way,
comic accurate Wolverine.
That's what he was supposed
funny.
to be. Actually,
correct.
Wolverine's what, 5'1" or something like that.
I think he's 5'3". Someone looked that up eventually in audience land. But
dude, in audience land.
Yeah.
If somebody comes up to me with metal claws and you are 5'3", that's fucking adorable. Get the fuck out of here.
Put your hand on his forehead.
Yeah, I'm gonna stiff arm that little piece of shit. Get out of here.
That was great because I think that was the first one.
He is
5'3". Boom! Look at that.
Yeah.
The comic reference, Hulk 181.
That was
Hulk.
first cameo, right?
First cameo of Wolverine, or her first appearance of Wolverine.
Okay.
That was great. It was quick.
Yep.
There's some controvery on which Hulk it was.
We have confirmed it here at the Brothers Camper.
We have confirmed it.
The first one that is going to tell you is going to be this channel. Eric,
right here.
Who was it?
I don't know.
You don't know? You didn't do your research?
I'm
I thought
pretty
you had
sure.
a guy on the inside.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure it's Mark Ruffalo's Hulk.
It definitely looks like Mark Ruffalo's
When
Hulk.
you see the face, exactly. And Norton's Hulk is scarier. It's got, I think he's got it's scarier features, and I actually liked that version of the Hulk better. But I do enjoy the banter from Bruce Banner. Mm-hmm. I do enjoy Bruce Banter's banter. Bruce Banner's banter. Bruce Banner banter.
You're turning into Nell. Do you remember the movie Nell with Jodie Foster?
Oh my God.
Mine and lay,
Yes.
That's keep going. I'm just saying. Melee, fene, holy.
Hey, lay, fe, may, nay, K, lay.
Jesus Christ.
That's that whole movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's that whole movie.
Yeah,
Can you imagine being approached by some and being approached and be like, listen, I don't need you to do any dialogue in this movie. I just need you to do these lyrics from Jingle Bells.
Oh,
my God.
My favorite variant of Wolverine was Tiny Wolverine, and Henry Cavill Wolverine.
Okay.
The Cavill.
Fantastic.
Totally. Yep.
Cavalry up in
I did
here.
not see that coming. I didn't even know it was a.
We talked.
It was out there.
Talked about it right before it started.
Right before
Where
it
was
happens, because
Like, what do you want to
there was
happen?
rumors on it.
Oh, there was. Okay, so
Yeah,
I guess I just missed that rumor.
There were
Okay.
so many
How
of
dare
it.
you.
The one
I know.
I did not see and I wanted was Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah.
I just said that. I
I
was
want
talking about.
Daniel
Yeah, Kristen had no
Radcliffe.
idea. I'm like, so he's buff for like well before.
He's hairy.
He's hairy, and he had some sort of weird haircut that could be conceived as Wolverine-ish.
Right.
You know, and again, like you said before, maybe once someone said that and put it on social media, maybe they just kind of ran with it a little bit,
yeah.
just
I
to
think
throw
they
us
probably
off.
did.
You know, I mean that I'm not saying it was even Marvel's thing.
Yeah.
Or Disney, whatever. But they're known for that. You know, when they Infinity War, when everybody was running at the camera, and then the movie came out. There's no Hulk in that scene.
Yeah.
You know.
They did a bunch of like fake stuff
Oh yeah.
for fake promos.
Right.
Pretty.
Well,
Like, they
like-
released fake info about what's going to be in this movie
Sure.
because they
Yeah.
didn't want.
Misdirection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you watch a trailer, I'll bring something up, and then we can head back from that.
Misdirection perfect for
There you
Daniel
go.
Radcliffe because now you see me too. They're making a third one. Just saying.
Oh, that's right.
They
He's in
are.
that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Fantastic in that movie, by the way.
Very nice. Watch the Dark Knight Rises trailer. Watch
Okay.
that. There's a scene in there where he's fighting Bane.
Uh-huh.
Bane they're on the Capitol, if you will. It's
Yeah.
during the
Yep.
day, right? It's actually not in the trailer. It's at night.
Oh shoot.
So I
Okay.
don't know if they do that through certain focus
Well,
groups. and
or
just
maybe
say,
it's just a.
do you like daytime? Do you like nighttime?
Maybe it's just like a. It's another cut. Mm-hmm. You know.
Could be. Hey, we got to get this out.
Yeah, I think they
Get
have
this
Right.
movie
so
done.
much stuff.
Cameron,
Yeah.
could
And
you
they're
get
like,
Steven
this is
Spielberg on the
really
phone?
Yes, please.
good.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'll call him right now.
Hey Siri, call Steven Spielberg. Please.
We'll wait.
I'm calling Steve Webb. We almost had our first.
Stephen Webb? All
yeah,
right.
almost had our first. Steve Webb, absolutely. Almost had our first phone call. We are going to try that, guys.
Yes.
Sometime at the end, we'll give you our social medias and we'll figure out how to get a call in and we'll talk about a topic. But I know we keep her all over the place. It's just we're
This
great
is
here.
the show, guys.
This is the show.
This is what you're going to
Yeah,
get.
yeah. Buckle up.
Buckle up.
Okay.
Yes. It's going to be a ride.
I think so. I think my favorite had to been the Cavill was
Cavill.
there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't get it, but there
cross?
was the cross, right, where he was like crucified, being crucified.
That's
crucified
that's a front of a Mac or
it's like
It's artwork.
251.
Yeah, right.
or something
Okay,
like
that's
that.
where I
I
was
think it's
going
the
with
House of X, or it's not the House of M. I have to look that up, but that's where that came from. But the Cavill was great, and the little inside joke was like, "Come on over our side, buddy. The guy's down the street. Don't
It's
teach you right or
from-
something." You know.
The Uncanny
Crapping on
X-Men,
DC.
1981, number 251.
Dude, I've seen. Boom! Look at that.
everyone knows it's 251.
Duh.
So
Sorry.
Please.
No. I mean, I'm glad you looked it up, but everyone out there knows it's 251.
Yes.
Don't you?
So, what are you gonna talk? Like, one of my favorite parts of the movie, in general, was just like all the cameos. They were just so cool, and all the jokes. They were really funny as well.
So
I really liked them.
again, spoiler. You know, we'll keep saying that. So they did get Chris Evans to come back, and
but-
they're in the void. Okay, and they
Not
see
the way
him,
you think.
and then he takes off his you see his part of his arm, and he's got a red and a blue pattern. You know, like, oh my god! And of course, we already knew but if they had never said anything,
Yeah.
And so he gets there, and you think he's going to say Avengers Assemble, and then he goes flame on, and he turns into Johnny Storm.
I'm gonna be honest.
You know?
I think it's so funny because I saw so many TikToks about being like, I didn't see it coming. I was like, I knew from the haircut.
Yes, absolutely.
I knew
He
it was
was a
gonna happen
de-aged,
immediately.
You know, they did it very well. And I
But
said,
I
I
loved
faux
every
pas.
second
I said
of
he
it.
turned into Johnny Storm. He was already Johnny
Johnny
Storm.
Storm.
He turned into Human Torch. I'm very sorry.
There we go.
I want to make sure that we're correct on this
There
show.
you go.
This
We're
show
gonna
is all
crucify
about.
you in the comments, like
Yes.
Wolverine.
Yeah, exactly. Wait. I see we have another listener.
We do?
It popped up. I'm just kidding. We don't have that technology.
God damn it. I'm so
I was so
excited.
confused.
I see money signs coming in.
I have sent
Possible.
3 or 4 of the things that we've done to a couple friends, and
Okay,
they all
yeah.
loved it. Thank you out there. They are audience land.
those four
there's
people.
like 6 or 7 people. They're the beginning of. We're waving right now. too.
we're waving.
I liked when they got in the void. Did you see the fantastic car?
Yeah.
The car that they. Okay, so that was cool. Bunch of Mad Max references. What did he?
Furiosa.
He cut off Sabretooth's head. Again, spoiler. Please don't.
The part where Wolverine's about to fight Sabretooth, he's like, "You look ridiculous."
Yes.
And he's taking out
Starts
all his
pulling all the
knives. He's like,
swords
okay, go.
And I thought the fight scene was going to be way longer, and it was
funny.
not.
Just 1 second.
Yes.
1 second.
Yes, not that hard. I mean, oh my God, Dogpool.
Oh,
I love Dogpool.
Yeah, Dogpool is probably one of the bigger parts of that movie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just the sheer length of that dog's tongue just being out all the time.
Yes.
Not to mention what Ryan Reynolds had to deal with that dog's tongue being in his mouth the entire time.
Would you say they put salmon paste?
Salmon paste. I watched an interview and they talked about what they were trying to do to get the dog to do that said act in that scene, and they used salmon paste and they would put it rub it all over his gums, and that dog's tongue would be all up in his mouth.
Did you see the dog went to the premiere as well? Dogpool.
No,
was
I
at the
missed
premiere.
that.
It was so cute.
So that dog won ugliest dog in the UK.
Damn.
Or something. I think it's
Poor dog.
Its name is Pearl or something, and I was during the interview I was like, oh wait, you're gonna have some sort of feel good Ryan adopted the dog. He's like, yeah, this dog's disgusting.
I want nothing to do with this dog.
Oh my God. So then they get to the void and they meet Cassandra Nova, which is
Great casting.
Oh, 100%. What is she from something? Is she in something that I don't know? I didn't bother to look up her name, but while Cameron does that, it's Professor X's younger sister. Apparently, I'm not sure in which world they were in. If she doesn't,
The puppy was named Peggy, by the way.
Peggy. That was close. That was a P. But anyway, she has all the powers times a billion. It seems like as Professor X, and but then they escape the void, and then you meet, and then here it comes, and then here are all the cameos. They wake up, or they wake up. Yeah. I think they were.
Well,
so somebody got in the car and drove them there.
Deadpool wakes up. Wolverine's already awake.
That's right. He's drinking. He's drinking Jack Daniels.
He immediately goes Thor.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Because in the beginning, when they're in the TVA, there's a scene where
she is in The Crown. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh no, I know what it is, but I haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Thor is holding Deadpool, crying because Deadpool's dying, and that's all Deadpool is fixated on for the most of the movie is just why is he crying? Why is he crying?
That's all we're fixated on.
Exactly.
As well.
Why is he crying?
Right.
Why is he crying? But then Elektra comes in, Jennifer Garner, and that movie was pretty bad. Back in the
Elektra?
day. Yeah.
Ugh, God. Yeah, it was.
And then of course she showed up in Daredevil too, and then Wesley Snipes shows up as Blade.
Yeah, that was
and
badass.
that was it.
When they did the music when he walked in too, I was just like, come on, man.
That was insane.
That was badass.
And then I think the biggest, I think there's some people out there too that think they were trying to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
So Channing Tatum rolls in as Gambit. Gambit's an X-Men. He has some sort of, who's the comedian that does the X-Men? He's Professor
Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Pete Holmes, one of our favorite comedians.
Favorite comedians. He is hilarious.
He does, not to get off another sidetrack here, but he does this bit where he's like Professor X and he's firing all the X-Men. And so Gambit's on there. He's like, so you throw cards, he
makes fun of me.
I throw them really hard,
Seen some stuff.
Oh my
So the
God.
thing with Channing Tatum as Gambit, he's wanted to do that forever.
Yes.
So
So
his French accent is ridiculous.
he was
The entire
supposed to
time.
do he was supposed to be Gambit in the Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
Apparently. Or he didn't get the part, but after that,
There was something in the works.
they were going to do
They were just
it. COVID happened, and then Disney bought everything, and they were like, "Yeah, we're going to put this over here."
And then Ryan
you mean
was
over
like,
there?
"Yes."
No, way over there. yeah. So
in a closet that you will never go back in.
absolutely, Jesus. But then there was an interview with Wesley, and apparently everybody thought they hated each other. And I think that's just an inside joke.
Right.
He said he got a look down to a text or a phone call from Ryan Reynolds. He's like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And Ryan told him the story, and Wes was like, good luck if you can do it. There's no way it's going to happen. And he's like, well, what if I can? He's like, oh, hell, I'm in. Why not? You know, and that's
And look at them now.
We love that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, Blade. They're all three good. Blade is the best. You know, and then he does a little inside joke later on when they're fighting. He's like, "There's only one Blade," and then Deadpool kind of looks at the
like-
screen, you know, because they're. I think that.
Yeah.
And then he makes like it'll be a great legacy because that's the name of the new Blade movie is Blade Legacy. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
tons of Easter eggs and innuendos in this movie.
When Deadpool looks to the camera about like there only will ever be one Blade after that comment, he goes like, yeah, because the Blade thing keeps getting pushed back.
Correct.
So it could
be.
technically be true.
That's true. Absolutely. Oh man.
Then you see Daphne Keane as X-23, which is if you don't know, from Logan.
I totally forgot. Yes, absolutely. Now that she was in the trailer though.
Was she in the?
Yeah, she
I don't
was.
remember. Okay.
Yeah, she was in the trailer, so you knew she was coming.
Yeah.
So
It was one of the later trailers.
right.
They did that.
So they had this great camaraderie between them all, and it was great. It was a great movie. I don't want to. And again, I don't want to make the whole thing about the Deadpool movie, but what was your favorite scene, Darren, from the whole thing?
Man, I really enjoy. I mean, again, spoiler alert. If you're this far in, when Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, if you will, when he finally put on his mask. When he put on his mask.
Oh my god!
In slow mo, when he
Yep.
put that thing. I mean, because we've, as fans, you've been waiting for that for years. They
You've been
hinted at it
waiting
in the
for
first X-Men movies.
24 years.
20 some years.
like
Yeah,
that.
it has to be. But him putting that down was badass. And
I
that
was
whole fight
excited
scene at the end was
when
awesome.
we found out from the trailers that we were getting the actual like suit,
Yes.
like, boom, mask, and I was like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the cool part
Oh
when
my God.
the one he was looking for the Wolverines and he came across the one in the woods. And he's like, that looks like the one you were wearing when you first met Hulk. And then Hulk like fists like boosh,
right
yeah,
there,
hits him
yeah.
halfway across the scene. So, but
They
hey,
needed to do that.
we're gonna take a quick break and hear from our sponsor. We'll be right back. And we're back. We took a small break and Darren housed down
I need substance.
a
Okay,
wrap.
been working all day. I didn't hose it down.
I
Okay.
agree.
You know, I ate it in 2 bites.
Okay.
I
It was
was
pretty
hungry.
good. It was pretty good.
Have I talked about arenas and how good the wraps are?
oh, I think we-
not to mention
Hold on.
we're going.
Wait.
We never did finish Ramsey's beard.
We didn't. We'll come back to that. We'll
Okay,
come back
yeah,
to that,
that's a
you
whole
know, so
episode right
he's
there.
not a paid sponsor yet.
Not yet. Got that, buddy?
Well, looking right at you.
Looking at your
We
Ramsey.
should have a picture.
Staring right at your beard and then the beard inside the beard.
okay. Well, speaking of Deadpool, the
Oh
movie,
yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. We were back. Yeah. So anyway, we were getting ready to talk about something. When you meet the TVA, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. I'm not sure if he has
Wade
another.
Wilson.
Wade Wilson. Thank you. Opens the door and it's the TVA. You know, and then they make a pegging joke, you know, about Disney, and it's, you know, it's very, very, very funny. But I was talking about doors. Like I just moved into a new house. We have a lot of new doors. I'm getting ready to purchase new doors, and I really don't know anybody that knows about doors. Knows anything about doors. What about? Do you know anybody, Darren?
Eric, I'm so glad you asked.
Oh, my
because
God.
I do have the perfect person to help us with
please
said
tell us
activities.
more.
Yes, I'm going to tell you about Armstrong overhead doors. We gotta. It is so
No,
much harder.
wait,
Yeah, and
wait.
we're gonna keep going with
And
it. Action.
Go. Hey, Darren.
Yes.
What if you were to suggest
Yes.
someone that knows a lot about doors? Who would you say?
Oh, my God.
You gotta redo that shit.
No, this is good.
No,
we're
we're gonna keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what's that guy's name? He's just like, we're gonna keep going.
That's
Keep
right.
rolling.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep rolling.
Okay, and we're back.
Did you notice that we didn't pause at all? We just got really quiet. You can probably hear the
well,
air
I got-
conditioner that's keeping us alive.
Absolutely.
In this room right now.
But seriously, do you know anything of anybody at all in Milford? In Milford, maybe surrounding areas?
Honestly, there's only one man that I can think of that can solve your problem of doors. Armstrong Overhead Doors and Seamless Gutters. You can reach that company at 302-236-8406. You want to keep stuff out of your house? Buy a door.
Absolutely. Well done. Our first
That's it.
sponsor. Let's give them
Yeah.
absolutely.
God.
Thank you, Ricky.
Yeah, thanks, Ricky. Ricky Armstrong at Armstrong Overhead Doors and Seamless Gutters. Plus, if you got a water problem, probably got to need a gutter.
Absolutely. What's that phone number again?
Oh, no problem. That phone number is 302 236-8406. It's so much harder to speak into a microphone at times. Exactly. It really is. And my pronunciation. So.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Anyway.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen the Deadpool Wolverine movie, go out and see it. What is the name of the movie theater in Milford? It's just Milford Movies.
Milford Movies 9.
There we go. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Why the 9?
I think they have 9 theaters.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I've never been to a Movies 8.
Well, you're not sure what you're missing.
It's a good time. It's so much better than the 9, I'm sure.
What about the 1?
People are out there like, what?
It's in your brain.
Right. I just wanted to subscribe to a podcast and listen about something. It's these 3 people talking about Ramsey's beard. And if you're not from Milford, you're going to have a tough time understanding what we're talking about. But it is majestic. It is.
Oh, my God.
It's like that white deer you never see, you know?
It's elusive.
It is very...
Cut. We have to cut scene. And we're back. So we took another little break again after to let Darren get his senses back together.
I really went for Ramsey's beard on that one.
we our setup here is we're staring at each other, and we have to do that to get each other our nuances and stuff like that. That is also our crutch.
It is.
We can't be anywhere. And earlier, again, if you were here, you probably wouldn't even still get it, but. It's crazy. But we're nearing the end of our podcast. And this has been fun. Yeah,
we're only doing one.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, only get one, guys.
Absolutely. Speaking of endings, we'll go back to again, like we're going to talk about a movie every time, probably here and there. It might be an oldie but a goodie and new something in the theaters. But the ending of the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler. We need a sound. Spoiler. We'll get somebody that makes us that too. The ending was in the mid credits thing. They did a little Green Day Time of Your Life, like 25 years of like old, like back behind the scenes stuff. That was pretty fun.
It was so cool because it felt like they were just showing like this is all in the MCU.
Yes.
This is the MCU. It's transitioning, but it was also like remembrance.
Absolutely. Yes. It was
the song choice.
Right. Yeah, true. It was great. Then end credit scene. And if you go to a Marvel movie,
also,
by the way.
No offense, it is called Good Riddance by Green Day.
Right,
Parentheses, Time of Your Life.
There you go.
You should know that, but it's okay.
I do know that. Everybody starts getting up. I mean, you've been to a Marvel movie and you getting up and leaving?
It's
like 20 years.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's so...
like I watch these people, I'm like, I mean, unless it's like their third or fourth, I would still stay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And watch it. But the end credit scene, Johnny Storm meets a small demise in the film where he gets his skin ripped off. But then he gets his skin ripped off because Deadpool was saying that he said all these things and Johnny Storm would say he didn't say them. Well, flashback when they're in what were they in, a hot air balloon or what were they in?
Like a Mad Max kind of cage, if you will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they start talking and he just starts going off. And Chris Evans cussing is funny because Captain America never cussed language. And that was great. So and then he just turns back and Deadpool sees the camera and that's it. And then that's the scene. So, but this has been great. I think we're going to end our podcast tonight and thank everybody for listening.
Podcast episode.
I did. You know what?
Broadcast podcast
I
episode.
did say it right.
We
broadcast podcast. So it really annoys Cameron. But I'm going to talk a little bit about my name's Eric. Again, my brother's Darren. My daughter Cameron here. We're all the brothers camper, which is it's weird. There's a daughter as well. We'll figure that out.
We might have to change the logo now.
Yeah, I believe so. Speaking of logos, you'll hear about later on. Cameron does some cool things. She's going to make us some stickers. We're going to have them for sale on the Facebook page. But I worked at my little bio is I worked in the architectural engineering field for a long time. I worked at Davis Montfordell, I think like 17 or 18 years. I did 3D animations and graphics and renderings, and that was pretty fun. And then like back in, I don't remember what year it was now, my friend Gannon, shout out to Gannon. Woo! absolutely. I'll send this podcast to him so he can he'll listen. I'm not sure how he do it because he barely has a cell phone, and especially in where he lives, there's absolutely no signal unless he just got internet. So I'm not sure. But anyway, we started brewing. It turned from a hobby to an obsession to a career. I got my job at Tall Tales, and then I got my degree in brewing from the Vermont Brewing School, the American Brewers Guild up in Vermont, and then found myself at that Big Oyster here. I've been here.
Shout out Big Oyster, Milford specifically.
Absolutely.
It's where
New
I work.
Location, open 7 days a week in Milford, Delaware.
Yeah.
Phone number I think it's actually 302-422-BREW. I think it's 2739. Again, we should probably do our homework before we shout these fucking things out. But that's what I do. It's great. It's a fun job. I'm brewing.
302-459-2739.
Okay, 2739. I had that part right. Thank you very much. Absolutely.
I think most people would, you know what I mean? Like, understand it more.
I mean, most people aren't going to call. They're just going to get. Yeah, exactly. But they would eventually. You know what? If you want to find us, just get in your car and drive over to South Rehoboth Boulevard. You'll have a good time.
Do a circle in Milford. Sooner or later, you're going to run into one of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's me. That's me in a nutshell. So.
Yeah, I don't do much.
Nothing.
Well, I'm Darren. I'm Eric's brother. I have been
Younger by 8 years.
8 years. Yeah. 8 years. And if I know you can't see mine right now, but my beard is pretty majestic. It's not like Ramsey's. Have I mentioned Ramsey's beard? God, love you, buddy. Anyway, so I've been in the field of physical therapy for crazy enough to about 21 years now. That's insane. Just saying that out loud just makes me old. But I started in outpatient physical therapy where I worked at Tidewater Physical Therapy for some years, and then went over to Pivot. And then Barker Therapy and Pivot. Yes, that's a good episode of Friends. And then I worked at Pivot for a little bit, went to Barker Therapy, and then after that I went to BB Hospital. And shout out to all my peeps at BB Hospital. Thank you. I truly mean this. I work with the best people in the world. There's just a great group of people, and couldn't be happier to do home health physical therapy. So that's my passion.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. And my brother. My brother. Cameron Camper on the mic.
Yes, I'm also a brother. No, I'm not. I'm Cammy or Cameron. I'm Eric's daughter, and I make stickers. So I make the Brothers Camper stickers, and I also have a business called Lilac Moon Co-Creations where I make stickers of like Taylor Swift, pop culture, movies, other songs, other artists as well. And I also sell some jewelry on Etsy and Instagram at Lilac Moon Co-Creations.
Nice. That's
nice.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Right.
Nice little plug there. I love it. Yeah, good job.
I think. Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say she did that so much better, and she just did that on the fly. When you told me to read Ricky's thing, I was sitting there with my phone shaking, staring at it, going, "I'm strong," just trying to get the word out. You did it on the first take.
I was the lead in Chicago.
That's right. Yes, actress as well. So if you go back and listen to this when we were talking about the Armstrong Doors and Ricky, I was like, "Oh, thank you, my buddy Ricky," and I just said Ricky twice, like just Ricky.
That's his name, Ricky.
So I've never, Ricky.
If anybody buys anything from Armstrong overhead doors and gutters, please call him Ricky from now on. Make it stick.
Armstrong overhead doors and seamless gutters.
Oh
wow.
Well, that's not what the text said.
I believe it does.
Let me go back.
Let's go back to the notes.
It says Armstrong overhead doors and seamless gutters.
Crazy.
You forgot the number though.
I did.
302-236-8406. Again, you got something outside your house and you don't want it to get in?
Door.
Get yourself a door, man.
Absolutely.
It's common sense.
So, thank you so much.
Yes.
If you want to reach us on social media, we're going to start posting on most things shortly. Our YouTube channel is just look up The Brothers Camper. We'll have links on our Facebook page, which is Brothers Camper. You can reach us at thebrotherscamper@gmail.com.
Correct.
Just remember to put the Brothers Camper. So we're
And
gonna
our Instagram at The Brothers Camper as well.
Thank you very much. Absolutely. Do we have any others?
I took a picture of a hot dog the other day.
Twitter.
We have a Twitter. I'm not.
I was trying to get artsy.
Yeah, exactly.
Put mustard on it.
I swear to God.
God damn it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we're going to post something very soon. So today's July 30th. Hopefully you'll see it in the next couple of days, and we're going to, hopefully soon.
Could be.
But we're going to post something. What we want you to do is post your favorite memory of Darren and I on the Facebook post or the YouTube audio, because that's where we're going to upload it for now. We're eventually going to have a podcast, something where you can go on your podcast device and hit podcast and find us. We're still figuring that out.
Yeah.
But if I could get the number one, absolutely. So we're the Brothers Camper, two brothers, one sense of humor. We're going to call it a night. And I thank you, everyone in audience land, for listening. Thank you very much.
Thanks for listening, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.